I love Pokémon Shield. It might be because it was the first game I ever completed the Pokedex, and almost all my shinies on my main file. It did take me many hours of catching and training to complete this task. So today we'll be doing the opposite of catching. We are here to figure out, is it possible to beat Pokémon Shield using only gift Pokemon? Gift Pokemon are different than normal and even traded Pokemon. They are given to you by NPCs and sometimes require you to do a certain task to get them, like the Kanto starters in Pokemon Yellow. Sword and Shield have a few gift Pokemon, but 3 of them are legendary / Ultra Beasts, and I refuse to use them. Speaking of that, let's explain the rules. Rule 1, I can only use gift Pokemon, as self-explanatory as it gets. Rule 2, no using items in combat, but items outside of combat and held items are allowed. And Pokeballs, because we are forced to catch Eternatus. Rule 3, no camp or daycare just like with Rolls. Rule 4, no using legendaries excluding Kubfu, as you have to use him in the Isle of Armor. Now, let's do this. No need to trade another starter like with the last Shield run, because according to Cerebi.net, our starter is considered a gift Pokemon. So, I picked the best Galar starter, Sobble, and named her Bond. James Bond. Yes, I got the 12.5% chance of getting a female starter, and we kick Hop's butt. Encounter the legendary Pokemon sleeping just outside my house and battle Hop again after trudging through Route 2. Now, we can triple our team. Yes, before even stepping foot in Motostoke, we will have 3 Pokemon. In the Wallace area station, if you have a Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee save file on your profile, you'll be given a gift Pikachu and gift Eevee if you talk to these 2. They also can Gigantamax, so that's cool. We name the Eevee Deevee, just like with my Bulbasaur challenge, and the Pikachu Ukkeep. It's Pikachu backwards. A quick grind in the wild area causes Sobble to evolve into Drizzle. Sonia shows me what a Pokemon Center is, but I already know what it is, so I immediately run from her and find a random Slowpoke causing trouble, since no one really wants it, so I'm forced to catch it. This weird guy with a funny hat tells me to head to the Isle of Armor, and he battles me for some reason and freaks out when I beat him. Yeah, maybe that wasn't such a good idea, Avery. I've been really looking forward to getting here, actually, because somehow this guy lost 150 Diglett. And he'll give you a gift Pokemon if you manage to collect enough Diglett. So I'm going to be exploiting this, obviously. So after I find 10 Diglett, he gives me an Alolan Meowth I named Meowstick because that's hilarious, and a Slowpoke I named Sheldon. It's a regular Slowpoke, the Meowth is an Alolan one. I'm out to follow Team Meow and Hop after the ceremony. I taught Meowstick Seed Bomb because for some reason it can learn that. Mop the floor with Bead and grind it up. I then go back to the Isle of Armor to pick up a Vulpix I named Lily, named after the girl from the anime. I got her specifically for Milo, as ice is super effective against grass. When I got there, I Dynamaxed my level 18 Ice Fox to one-shot Gossifleur. But I couldn't one-shot the Underclass, not even going to get it to half health. I then takes Lily out after 2 hits, and I use Meowstick and Deevee to win, securing my first badge. Heading over to Route 2, we get the gift Toxel I named Gecko, which I later realized I spelled Gecko wrong, and a sweep Team Meow and Hop. I head back to the Isle of Armor and battle Mouse to Mustard. I lead with Bond, and after the flinch from... You know, I don't think I've ever heard this Pokemon's name said out loud before without watching a silly video. I don't think I've ever heard it correctly. I don't think I've ever said it correctly. I'm just gonna call it Kung Fu Rat. And then I 2-shot Shinx using Lily. We witnessed Grand Theft Dojo uniform performed by a group of Slowpoke. These guys took a bit because I didn't realize they were super Slowpoke, so it took a while. After the last Slowpoke, I used Drizzle and was put to sleep. So at the end of it, after the Slowpoke thing, Honey gives me the option to choose between the other two Kanto starters, Squirtle, and the best Pokemon out of all 890 plus Pokemon, Bulbasaur. So you know which one I chose. I named it Onion Turtle, just like my last challenge. I immediately taught it Grassy Glide via the move tutor in the dojo. Master Mustard gave me an unfair advantage from the next trial, telling me exactly where to find max mushrooms, and I ignored Avery's sketchy reasoning, and this time the battle wasn't a sweep. The Slowpoke I killed with Bond, since I remember Galarian Slowpoke is not water type, so water pulse isn't resisted, and I felt kind of dumb not using water pulse against the super Slowpoke. But anyway, next is Kadabra. So I use Pound, as I know Kadabra is physically frail. Did almost nothing now, and Psybeam hurts. But I had a plan. I swapped Bond out with Meowstic, because Alolan Meowth is a dark type. Anyone who knows Gen 2 plus type matchups will know that dark types are immune to psychic moves. He did use Swift, and after using Psybeam, which did a bit of damage, and whom I did exactly half damage. Then I killed it with one more super effective Throat Chop, because it just had a good range, as Pound did enough damage for me to be able to knock it out. Onion Turtle leveled up, so I replaced Tackle with Razor Leaf, and it's Lily versus Woobat, and 2 Ice moves killed it. I spent like the next 7 minutes trying to get an Ice Stone from the Digging Duo to evolve Lily into Ninetales, and grinded up Meowstic and Onion Turtle to evolve them into Persian and Ivysaur. Time for Nessa, and after one soft reset because I forgot to put Onion Turtle in the front of my body, Godine went down in 2 Seed Bombs. And he took a little bit of damage after Godine used Agility. Seed Bomb straight up one-shot Hakuya, and now it's Onion Turtle versus the Rock Water Turtle and Max Overgrowth, despite being quad super effective, so Dreadnought takes 4 times damage to my grass moves, plus its stab, so I got a 50% damage increase. It lived in the yellow. Max Darkness did so much. Since it's faster, I thought I was dead. But Onion Turtle clutched, lived with 1 HP, and I finished it off with 1 more Max Overgrowth, and that killed it. That was close. And Nessa threw a hissy fit, but gives me the badge anyway. Sonia and Rose took me out for a little victory dinner, and we discussed how clutch that battle was. I ran into Bede, and Galamine too, and his team is a lot stronger. I swept his entire team with Meowstic. Do I really need to talk about the Team Meow grunts anymore? I go back to Meowstic to get a good night's sleep and the Voodoo drop-in, but Moni jumps me. The team is swept for the same reason Team Meow grunts are so easy. She uses a lot of dark types, and Lily, being a fairy type, is really good at handling those. I grind Bond and Meowstic for the next gym, planning to use Bond on the first 2 Pokemon with her water moves, and it worked like a charm. I used Persian for Thunder Scorch. That might seem like a bad idea since Dark is weak to Bug for some reason. But Meowstic has a rock move that is quad super effective. But you know what happened with Dreadnought surviving a grass move? Yeah, that happened again, and its Max Flutterby thankfully doesn't kill me. Another Maxi Rockfall killed it, winning the battle. I witnessed Bede being what Bede is, a jerk, and I mash A through all the cutscenes in Hammerlock and go to the next route ASAP. I've been chomping at the bit to get here, and why? Because I can get the next gift Pokemon, Dracovish, from this lady. When I was going for an Ice Stone, I found the fossils needed to get Dracovish, and with my limited knowledge, Dracovish would be the strongest Pokemon for me to get. I double checked later and that Octofish is better stats-wise, but usefulness, Dracovish is way better. Oh, and I nicknamed Dracovish Abomination. Hop and I met him still inside, and to cheer him up, I beat him in a Pokemon battle. Cramorant went down in 2. Throat Chop's Bond was a one-shot with Silicobra. And Toxel paralyzed Lizzie and missed a turn. Hop healed Toxel, 2 icy ones killed it. And Raboot deals a little bit damage with Round and Water Pulse kills it, winning the battle against Hop. I granted a Bond and Gecko to have them evolve to their final form and give them both max soup so they can Gigantamax, as well as granting up the rest of the team. Yes, Toxicity has a Gigantamax form, and it looks like this. I'm pretty sure the only way to get G-Max Toxicity is by giving a Toxicity Max soup. So that makes it special. Oh, an Onion Turtle evolved into Venusaur. Now we're ready. It was an intense battle. So intense I can't show you because I don't have the footage. But I do have the script and everything. I don't know what to do now. Leaving it up to you, editor. See what you can do to hopefully make this possible to show. Ghost Jam, your mask went down in 2 Throat Chops. Toxicity versus Mimikyu. I immediately used Toxic on it and started spamming Poison Jab until it died. Curse didn't use Curse weirdly enough and was one shot by Throat Chop. Last was Gengar. It Gigantamaxed and I Dynamaxed, but Max Darkness couldn't kill it for some reason, and Max oozed one-shot Persian. Inteleon then came in and killed it with Waterfall, securing us the Ghost Badge. Whatever he just did, I hope it was good. Anyway, after the jam, we witnessed B trying to destroy public property in order to shut me up. He tried to beat me in a Pokemon battle. Meowstic one-shot Delusion. Hatchrim lived with little HP and Dazzling Gleam got me into the yellow. Beat used a Super Potion, but my next Throat Chop got a bit of a better damage roll and I killed it. Next is Ponytail, and it's not a fairy type yet, so Throat Chop is super effective in one-shotting. Next is Gothorita, and after a Throat Chop, Fake Cheers, and another Throat Chop, it goes down and I win against Bead. Because of doing something so illegal, Bead is banned from the gym challenge and he looks all surprised. I was surprised he wasn't arrested. Then again, the police officers in this world are crap. The Neo Colossus Sonia has a brain blast. I finally correct Gecko's name, get that squared away, and I challenge Opal. She leads with Weezing, and I use Discharge, and the Weezing uses Tackle. This Weezing is level 36. It's on the 5th Gym Leader's team, and it should have a strong fairy move, yet it still knows Tackle. Why? I completely brain farted sending out Meowstic while Mawile used Intimidate, and its Intimidate ability activated my Rattle ability, so now my speed's increased. Cool. Throat Chop did almost nothing, and Draining Kiss does about half. I swapped Onion Turtle to resist Draining Kiss and to Leech Seed it. Crunch did a bit, so I spammed Seed Bomb. After the longest 1 minute of my life, Mawile faints. Telga Kiss goes down in 1 G-Max Stun Shot, and 2 G-Max Oozes take it out, winning the battle. We go back to Hammerlock, only to battle Hop on the way to the next gym. All the rivals have a gimmick. Moni uses mostly Dark types, Bead uses mostly Psychic types, and then Fairy types later on, and Hop has a slightly different team at this point in the game every single time. So he leads the Trevenant because, yeah, and Poison Jab gets to Yellow, poisons it, the next one it kills, but Hop uses a Hyper Potion. Never fear, a crit Poison Jab one-shot it. Next is Cinderace, and I don't know why, but I kept Gecko and Toxic it. Powerball leaves us with a sliver of health, and I sent Abomination since it quad resists fire. Acrobatics doesn't do much, and the combo of Waterfall and Toxic ends Cinderace. I sent out Gecko for Snorlax because this thing is bulky. Just look at its stats. So I use Toxic, and although Gecko goes down, his life is limited. Toxic is a dangerous move, as it's a poison that doubles its damage every turn. One turn will do 3, next it will do 6, Then he'll do 12, etc., etc. Until the opponent faints or gets rid of it. Onion Turtle Leech Seeds it, so Snorlax takes Toxic damage, Seed Bomb damage, and Leech Seed damage all in one turn. Plus I heal off him, so I kill him, but I am paralyzed. Hemo versus Bond, and I of course Liquidation kills it in one hit. Last is Bolton, and I'm fully paralyzed, but a Petal Blizzard takes it out, winning the battle. Hey, way to go for Squire Co-op. Next is Gym Leader Melanie, and I grind up the team, but mostly Abomination, so that I can kill them with rock moves. And I just barely don't one-shot Frostmoth. What is going on in this playthrough? It sets up Hail, and since Melanie doesn't heal, another Ancient Power takes it out. Next is Darmanitan, and Ancient Power doesn't kill. I switch to Low Kick, and after a flinch, I take it out. SQ, I have no idea how to say that, comes out, and we're in rough shape, so Icy Wind takes Abomination down. A Power Gem from Meowstic almost kills it with a crit, and the Penguin wastes a turn setting up the Hail, so it goes down. Does Melody not have any healing items or something? Last is Lapras versus Gecko. We both use our Gigantamax moves. I use G-Max Stun Shock, which doesn't kill but poisons it. G-Max Resonance. What is that word? Doesn't really do much, and another G-Max Stun Shock wins. Hey, that's the first time I've ever seen it use its G-Max move. It always uses Max Geyser for some reason.